what exactly PRISM used for and why is it important from CRICOS registered RTO. Hello all and welcome back to Vet Resources new video, and today I have something really special for you. I wanted to introduce someone new. And we are thrilled to introduce someone who is just not an expert in compliance, but someone who has walked the full RTO journey from trainer to campus manager, and she has basically seen it all. And now she is part of Vet Resources team, here to support you with deep compliance knowledge and hands-on experience. Please welcome new compliance consultant Shubi Goel. Hello Shubi, how are you?
I'm good, Mahi. Thank you, and thank you for such a wonderful word.
Yeah, great. And Shubi, before we start, all I wanted to know is, can you please tell us about yourself, your journey, and
Yeah, sure. So I started my journey as a trainer, and over the year, progressed to campus manager, which is a great achievement, I think. Throughout that time, I found a real passion for working with systems and documents, and especially around the compliance. Now, for me, compliance isn't just about ticking the boxes like tick, 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 nah. It's about creating systems that support high quality outcomes for student and industry, and building a culture of accountability and continuous improvement. As on a personal note, I believe life is a journey, not a race. Every step opens a new door. So I say, stay curious, stay brave, and the right opportunity will always find you.
Thank you so much, Shubi. And normally we try to cover so many questions that we normally get from our RTO leaders, our clients, sometimes even new clients, they ask us questions as well. So today we wanted to cover the different topic, and I have picked a very nice topic today for you because I recently had quite a few questions from my clients. So now today we are diving into a topic that even confuses the most experienced RTO staff as well, and that is PRISM. So let's go into it. First question that I wanted to ask you is, what exactly PRISM used for and why is it important from CRICOS registered RTO?
So PRISM is the provider registration and international student management system. So RTO uses it to issue COE reports, generation, course variation, maintain up-to-date enrollment data for the international students.
Thank you, Shubi. And another question that I wanted to ask you is, who can access PRISM?
So only approved and registered CRICOS provider can access PRISM. So that is only limited to the CRICOS provider. The domestic providers, they can't have access.
Thanks. And what sort of access is available on PRISM?
So if we talk about the access, we have I would take as primary access and a secondary. So once we say primary access, which is a primary user, who can actually have the COE administrator role, which have the full access. Once we talk about the secondary user, it says COE creation, which have data entry. Second is the reporting access, where they can only have the read-only access. And only a primary user, which is, for example, a PEO or the director of that company, can only approve access for the others. That means for the secondary users.
When we were talking about secondary users, what I wanted to ask you is, who can give access to secondary users?
So the access can only be granted to the staff from an authorized person of the education provider. For example, if I am a CRICOS provider and I'm the CEO, so I have the only access to provide it to secondary users.
Is there any training available on PRISM?
Yes, 100%. So PRISM have online training where they actually cover 5 modules. So PRISM online training package, which is essential for the information for the PRISM users, answering questions such as what is PRISM and what's the role of the international education industry in that one, how to access and reset my passwords, how to search and view student enrollment, course information, and how to create and approve a confirmation of enrollment, which is COE. What reports and export can I retrieve from PRISM? Modules such as introduction, basis of PRISM, then we have creating COE, student course variation, and export, and reports which we can generate it from there.
Nice. But Shubi, I've heard you use the word course variation.
Yeah.
So what is student course variation?
I was thinking you're going to ask that question. So once we talk about student course variation, it got few reports inside that where, for example, if course variation word is used when a student journey, they need any sort of variation during the course, which is like change of the COE if they want to finish the course early, non-commencement, unsatisfactory attendance, deferment, suspension, non-payments. So any sort of report is considered under student course variation.
Okay, and when we were talking about the reports, I also wanted to ask you which type of reports and exports are available on PRISM.
Yep. So COE and student export report, COE status change report, course duration comparison report, the refusal reports, student contact details, report related to TPS levies, standard 7 release, all those etc. I would say are a part of report and exports in the PRISM.
Shubi, also I wanted to ask you, do I need to add agents in PRISM?
Yes, obviously it would be, because that's a part of your journey throughout the journey. So if you are an education provider in Australia enrolling international students, you need to add education agent in the PRISM.
And why it is so important?
The importance of this one is because RTO CRICOS providers are required by the ESOS Act and the National Code of Practice to maintain a list of the agent they work with. You must include the agent details in the COE when a student is referred through that agent.
Makes sense. Shubi, if we have missed out anything, do you want to cover anything else?
So basic of PRISM we already covered, but I think so if you have any more questions which you think can arise, just maybe send us on comment and we will try to cover those ones in the next video.
Perfect. Thank you, and thank you so much, Shubi, for today's visit, and thank you for joining and sharing such a valuable insight on PRISM and compliance. Also, if you are an RTO looking to a simplified compliance, upgrade your system, or just get audit ready without the stress, we are here to help. And as Shubi mentioned a few minutes ago, if you have any more questions and if you think we haven't covered anything on today's video, just put them on the comments and we will make sure that we address all your questions on the next video. And before that, thank you so much for connecting with us, and thanks for today.
Stay compliant, stay confident. Explore our affordable, audit-ready resources now. Get in touch with us today.